What's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the RMP Podcast, giving you opinions on topics you've never asked for. I'm your host, PLAX. I'm here with my co-host,
James Bartholomew Jackson III.
I'm here with my co-host, Rick. I don't know who the fuck this guy is. Producer Ray in the cut. Cameraman Vaughn couldn't make it, but he'll probably be here next time. Rick, how you doing today, man?
First of all, like I said, James Bartholomew Jackson.
JBJ.
JBJ.
That's kind of hard.
Thank you.
That's an all-star in some sport.
No, that's, as one would say, that's a college football player.
Yeah, for sure. I like that. I'm not gonna lie.
Not to be confused, though, with Noah Nigga. Or Noah Kanigga.
RG3 was like, that nigga can hoop, too?
Kanigga can hoop?
Because he was playing in like his high school game or something.
Yeah, no, he was.
I was like, nah, this shit is funny as hell. I want him to go to the league, whatever league he want to go to, just so announcers gotta like struggle.
So before his name hit the news cycle, was the K silent? Before his name hit the news cycle,
the K is silent.
Was it silent? It's not silent anymore.
It is silent though. His name is Nigga. He said niggas from Chappelle Show.
So the question is, what does that mean?
Nigga?
Yeah. Does that mean anything?
Well, that's why we have the internet.
But
I think he's gonna pop up to me.
I don't even think like if I put Kanigga. Crazy, right?
If I type in Kanigga, what comes up?
You're not gonna let me type it in there.
It's gonna be him. It's just gonna be him.
No, I'm gonna need to know the meaning.
You see me? I was scared to move it.
Just move it from the end.
Scared.
Just chill out. You be alright.
Yeah, there is no meaning.
There's no meaning to Kanigga.
Yeah, no, there's no meaning.
So, what's the chances of his parents being not his parents? His great-great-grandparents being slave masters? What's the chances of that? Because why would they name themselves Kaniggas?
Well, I don't even know when that word became an origin. Like, obviously we know when the root word became an origin. Yeah. But for the variant that we use that some people who aren't us want to use and get mad at us for being mad at a word.
Y'all say it all the time.
Which, there's merit and not merit to it. It's like, I can understand isn't the right word.
I was gonna say, are you sympathizing?
I know.
Racist?
I can. The logic makes sense until we apply it to other things that they care about, and then all of a sudden that logic doesn't make sense.
No, that's a fact.
So that's where I have a problem. Like people let's use a word that everybody uses, like bitch. People use bitch for whatever, right?
Bitch.
But the minute you call someone a bitch,
you wildin'.
then they upset.
Yeah.
But then it's like, well, you using the word, so why can't I call you that? It's because I'm gonna want to fight it. Yeah. Like that's what I'm like.
It's like the bundle of sticks word.
Yeah,
you can't
like
call people that.
I don't know. There's just some things that I find it like the logic would make sense if it worked across the board, but it doesn't seem to work across the board. So it shouldn't just be for black people. I think we're just too cool. We allow, especially our generation, we allow too much. I don't think there was any way for us to not allow it, because it's like, how do you? Because it's humans. We can't control people.
Well, yeah, but we allow our friends as when we was kids. Granted, we was kids.
Well, it's because everybody has their own little pockets. Like everybody has every black person. Hilarious. Mm-hmm. Every black person has their own little pocket of people. Yeah. And so those rules are different from every black person to black person, right? So there is no collective rule for black people, just like there isn't any collective rule for any other race.
Right.
But I also feel like that once people are away from us, they take a lot more liberties with what they say, just like other people probably take liberties about what they say about people behind their back. It's like it's like the people who have never seen one of us definitely take liberties when talking about us because there's nothing holding them accountable. Like the thing that holds, like I forgot who was it. It was one of those red pill dudes who talk about like the thing that holds men accountable in conversation is the threat of violence, right? So like even subconsciously, there's things that you won't say because you know there's repercussions for it.
Right.
Those repercussions usually being violence. You might even win that fight, but no one wants to fight.
Yeah, and it's not guaranteed though.
Yeah, and
it's never.
Yeah, it's never guaranteed. But even just the action of fighting is so tiring and so dangerous that nobody wants to actually do that.
Yeah.
So you subconsciously deter the things you say in front of certain people because on the internet there is no threat of consciousness.
You're safe.
Yeah. So people say whatever they want, but in a public forum, people get a lot more they get a lot more locked in.
They could quickly say, "Fuck you, say nigga."
Yeah,
fuck what?
Yeah. So it's it's so weird, but I guess that's the one part of the internet because it's literally a safe space for everybody.
Yeah, and a safe space for disrespect as well. Yeah. And it's a safe space, but it's not for your mental health per se, but definitely for if you a shit talker that's scared. Basically.
Yeah, but just to curb out that.
Speaking of niggas.
Well, yeah, no, just to curb out that spontaneous topic. Knigga means nothing. I looked it up. It means absolutely nothing.
So his parents were just wilding.
Not his parents. Not even his grandparents. Not even his great grandparents. Somewhere along the way, someone just liked the sound of that word.
They said, "You know what? Niggas ain't bad." Let me.
Like Dave Chappelle's?
I think that's the family Chappelle was talking about. Chappelle must have met his dad.
Yeah,
and was like, "This would be funny as fuck."
But if I made it just a little bit crazy.
Yeah, put it way back in the day. He probably asked him "Yo, is your parents
they wasn't the Kniggas. They were the
hard R's. Yeah. He said, "These my favorite group of niggas." Yeah. Shout out to Chappelle, man. He got a new special.
Yeah,
but I want to check it out.
People don't like it. They're saying that he talked about some of the same things that he does, which is the LGBTQ community.
Oh, okay. Now it's getting a little tired.
And so people are saying he sounds like the phrasing I've heard on the internet is he sounds like an angry trick, which is basically saying he was messing with someone who was transgender and they wronged him or spited him, and so he has all these gripes with them, which I guess would work if we were on a schoolyard. But it's
this is real life.
Well, it could work in real life, but I just feel as an adult, there's probably other outlets that he could probably do. But I guess comedy is his job, so I don't know. It has as much merit as it doesn't, which is none. So one way or the other.
At the same time, too, he did say last time was his last time.
Yeah, but he said in this special that last time was my last time, but it made people upset and they wouldn't shut up about it. So here we are again. But then,
so what we do?
Yeah, he tripled down on the hate. So I can't be mad at him because, like you said, we do that here.
Yeah, we do.
He also made fun of cripples.
Oh well, that's always funny. Well, don't do that. Rick, don't do that.
I'll say this. He imitated somebody walking. I don't do that. I have my jokes. I say my things. Not all of them are okay, but I don't do that. I'm not saying that you can't do that. Comedy's comedy. But that's just a line that I'm not willing to cross. But I'm not Dave Chappelle. Maybe if I had millions of dollars, my moral lines would change.
Was a top 3 comedian of all time.
Yeah. Not according to some people, but they were butthurt.
Don't be a hater.
But speaking of comedians,
and Kniggas,
you said that 3 times. I'm trying to get that up.
Because you kept cutting me off.
Because it wasn't good.
It was good.
All right.
Speaking of Kniggas.
No, speaking of comedians.
And Kniggas.
Every time you say it, it gets worse.
Katt Williams on Club Shay Shay.
I don't even want to talk about that.
Go ahead. Say how you want, the boring way. Go ahead.
Did you hear about monsters in Miami?
Oh, crap.
No, we're going back.
Okay.
Speaking of comedians, Katt Williams was on Club Shay Shay. This is very old. We didn't catch it in the viral moment, so, everybody got their jokes out. But we still wanted to talk about it on the pod, so here we are. Katt Williams went on Shannon Sharp's podcast, Unk, as some of the black community know him as, if you're Southern. And he went out there and he spilled the beans.
Yep.
He didn't do this unprompted.
Yeah, it wasn't a random encounter. No.
Other comedians went on Shannon Sharp's podcast and
brought him up.
Yeah, other
consecutively,
mediums.
by the way.
Yeah, other mediums and brought Katt up, said things about him. Cedric said he never stole a joke from him.
Mm-hmm.
Jokes have been stolen from him, so that's kind of the way of comedy, which is a weird thing to say in the same sentence as I didn't steal a joke from him. To be like, that's a part of comedy. Yeah, but that happened. I think Steve Harvey might have said something.
Yeah, Ricky Smiley,
definitely said something.
To me, is a nobody. Ricky Smiley's always been a nobody to me, so I don't even know why he's on Club Shay Shay to begin with.
Yeah, Ricky Smiley said he was supposed to be Money Mike in Friday After Next. Or next Friday.
Yeah, next Friday.
After next.
No, next Friday.
It was next Friday.
Friday
the first time we saw
is
dating.
the other one.
No, wait.
Nah, it was Pinky in
Friday.
Next Friday.
Next Friday is...
Next Friday is with Pinky.
Yeah, they was the security guards, top flight security guards.
Nah, that's Friday.
No, that's Friday.
That's Friday after next. So what's next Friday?
So next Friday they was in the record.
When he was at Rancho Cucamonga.
No, they was with the.
Shut up.
Yeah, no, that's the place he was at.
They was at the record store and then they was dealing. He moved out, ended up moving with like his uncle Elmer.
Yeah, that's Uncle Elmer.
They was dealing like the neighbors and shit. You already know how I go.
Yeah.
See new bitch guy, go try and fuck.
Yeah,
her.
the new shorty.
And
no more locked doors.
Yeah, that's all.
Next Friday.
Next Friday.
Okay, that's
anything Christmas related or a whole Santa Claus shit was Friday after next.
Friday after next. So that was the third Friday then.
Yes, Friday after next.
Friday, it goes Friday, next Friday, Friday after next.
Okay.
Yes.
Friday was 1995. Next Friday was 2000s. And that was...
What was Friday after next then?
I'm about to tell you in a second. I'm trying to load
Can we
the
say
cast.
2004 or something like that? 4 or 5?
Them niggas old as hell. 95. That bitch came
Of course.
out. Good. Damn.
Yeah, Katt Williams wasn't in next Friday.
No, it was not.
No, he wasn't.
And then, so there was...
Yeah, I got the pimps confused though. Pinky was the pimp.
Yeah, he was the pimp.
Yeah, there was next Friday, and then there was Friday after next. So next Friday, they weren't security guards yet.
No, not at all.
Okay.
So I forgot. I think that might have been... Was that the one where they were trying to get into the Spanish niggas' houses?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spanish dudes?
No more locked doors. And,
Yeah.
No more locked doors.
And
Thank you.
yeah, and then Friday after next was with Money Mike and,
Money Mike,
and the whole
yeah.
thing. So Ricky Smiley said he was supposed to be Money Mike and Friday after next.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
I didn't even know Ricky Smiley was Santa Claus until them niggas said it.
Well, half of his face was covered.
That's what I'm saying.
Half his face was covered, and then also there was a extra scene towards the end where you actually got to see his face.
And it's just Ricky
Where
Smiley.
they called him. And then it's Ricky Smiley. I'm like, what? I don't even know.
Do you know who Ricky Smiley is, Ray?
Barely.
Barely. Same. Like,
Wait, hold on. What's Barely?
Only because of the movie.
He's a radio nigga.
Wait, hold on. Like, you knew him in the movie before he was Ricky Smiley? Like,
No.
you didn't know his name until...
I just knew it was a nigga in a Santa Claus suit.
And then when did you find out that his name was Ricky Smiley? Just now?
A couple weeks ago.
A couple weeks ago. Okay, that's what I just
Because you would
think.
never imagine. Because like the thing is like you'll hear the name, but then it'll be like, you was in this movie?
Yeah.
Because they never showed that scene.
Yeah.
So it was just a big ass mystery.
Well, the only reason I asked him, because I know he didn't know Ricky Smiley from the radio.
I barely
100%.
I just know him because my parents is old.
And that's why I know him from the radio, and that's why you know him from the radio. That's why I know he didn't know him from the radio. Cause
your parents not old, right?
No, his parents are old, but I'm saying it's his mom. He was majority with his mom.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't seem like, from the things he's told us about his mom, she doesn't seem like the Ricky Smiley type.
Yeah.
My dad and your dad are basically just
those type of niggas.
Yeah. And so I knew Ray's mom wasn't, and I knew Ray's dad probably didn't listen to the radio.
Oh, he listens to the radio, motherfucker.
All our if your dad
If your dad,
He light skinned.
that don't mean shit.
Your dad light skinned?
Yes.
It had to come from somewhere. It wasn't magic.
I thought maybe both his parents was brown and
No,
they dropped the shade.
No, his mom is brown.
My mom's darker.
Yeah.
Okay.
And his dad had to be like, his
So
mom
your
had
dad
to
like
be
an Elder Byers type nigga?
Hmm?
Oh, he don't. Yeah, young
I don't
whippersnapper.
know why you threw that
You
out
don't
there.
know the bars, baby.
You know Sinbad?
Yes.
Your dad Sinbad color?
Yeah, Sinbad color.
Could be, yeah.
When I say
Damn.
Sinbad, what do you think of?
We talking about
Ice
90s Sinbad.
Okay, yeah.
Stand up
Yeah,
Sinbad.
he knows.
Okay.
He said 90s nigga.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a light skinned nigga, but I would say if I had to look at it, like again, I would say like similar to the nigga got a super like similar look to kind of Ice Cube as that nigga Afro was on point.
Yeah, light skin. That's as light skin can get. IQ?
Q, okay.
Swear.
Wait, no, y'all mean Ice-T?
No,
Ice Cube.
Cube not light skinned.
Ice Cube is on that shade of a lighter complexion.
Cube
Wait,
brown
hold
skinned.
We not talking.
Imagine
Ice-T's like
No,
fuck.
That's what I thought y'all meant Ice-T.
No, we talking about Ice Cube.
Cube,
Ice
Friday, Cube, Big
Ice
Three,
Cube is
Cube.
like
Wait, hold on before we go any further. Imagine Ice Cube in your head.
I'm looking, he don't look light skinned to me.
Imagine him in your head. Continue to imagine
Yeah.
him. Just hold that picture. Think of him Friday and all that stuff.
Yeah. Okay, now that one right there is light. The other one is brown skinned to me. Yeah, the other one, that's light as fuck. Now that lighting on that nigga is crazy.
The one right below that. That's not. This is the brownish.
Pause. That's mocha.
This nigga
I don't think
like.
that nigga is light skinned though. That one picture though, I'm gonna put it up here. That shit was
So
light as
Steve,
fuck.
in
Send that one to me.
Yeah, in the dark, he's dark. In the light, he's light. What does that make him?
That makes me racist.
Yeah, okay, there you go. If in the light he's light, but in the dark he's dark, what does that make him? That
Nah,
makes
but
him light.
whoever the cameraman in that one picture, like, that nigga had all the letters.
Hit him with a flash.
Yeah, like he was like,
He tried to make him transparent.
Cube was like, damn.
Oh my god. He tried to see through Q.
Yeah, he was like, he was trying to see the next person. Yeah, damn. But what was
Katt Williams.
Oh yeah, Katt Williams. So I believe that nigga. I believe everything he said, man. Oh God.
So you believe he read 3,000 books
Mhm.
every year for 5 years?
Mm-hmm. Some other smart niggas on Twitter said it's not impossible.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not impossible.
And if he just imagine though, if he really was doing the tapestry work or whatever, and ain't have shit else to do, what else are you doing?
So, but what kind of books do you think he was reading?
I think he capped about the nonfiction, all nonfiction. That was capped.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't all nonfiction. I don't
So
even
for
think it's
5
3,000.
years, you think he religiously read 8 books and they were a mix of nonfiction and fiction?
Yeah, I agree.
How
with
many
that.
children's books do you think he read? Like we talking like
Out of the
Dr.
3K?
Seuss's? Cause he, I think he said it
Probably
was
like a
from
rat.
because he said he was homeless from when he was 13
Mhm.
because he went to LA by himself.
He went to Florida by
Florida.
himself, Miami. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he said LA
He said he went to. Well, he did go to LA by himself, but that was later.
later. Okay.
He went to Miami first by
So
himself.
he went to Florida by himself,
Mhm.
right? 13 years old,
Mhm.
sleeping outside.
Well, I don't think he was reading then.
That's what he said he was doing. He said he was sleeping outside.
Oh, I
He
thought
would go
he
to
said he
the
was
library.
reading before, like when he was doing the little work for the
No,
church.
he said his routine was sleeping at whatever part that he said is still there.
Oh, and then he was
Going to the library, and then stealing radios out of cars for a couple hours.
Oh yeah, he did
to
say
make
that.
$2,000,
Well,
and then
I don't
interviewing
think that-
crackheads to find out how they became crackheads.
I don't. That's crazy.
that's.
I don't think that's impossible because think about it. If you're homeless,
I'm not saying impossible.
without
I just
phones.
asked you, do you think
Oh yeah, I think he did it.
It's-
Homeless without phones. You're
it's not
probably gonna
impossible to run a 4.4? Do you think I can run a 4.4?
read. He did. He ran it.
I'm saying, do you think? I'm saying
There's actually footage on that.
there's
Yeah, he
there's
ran
footage of him doing it.
Which they could have capped a little bit. I'm not saying because the nigga did. The camera did stop. Then you saw
Then he saw
what
time.
the time was. It was like a 5. It was a 5.2, but that's still pretty fucking good.
The 4.4 is believable to me. He's a smaller man.
Yeah. And he seemed to be a relatively decent shape.
smaller man, not of he's not like super skinny or nothing. He's not like bone.
No.
So I can see him mustering up a 4.4.
Yeah.
The 3,000. The only reason I just have trouble with the 3,000 books every year for 5 years is that if he was homeless, don't get me wrong. If he's homeless, he has a lot of time on his hands.
Right. And you got to remember, he don't have internet. He don't have.
Yeah, he has a lot of time on his hands.
Yeah.
So that's fair. And I think 8 books a day being homeless is probably your best bet of doing it.
Yeah.
But I just think the amount of time he would have to dedicate, how many? There's only 12 hours in a day. Technically there's 24, but you're sleeping until at least 8.
Yeah, and if you
6.
You probably sleeping
anywhere from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. is the range to sleep or to wake up, basically, right? So if he's homeless, let's say he gets awake on the earlier side.
Mm-hmm.
He still has to find food. He still has to basically figure out what he's going to do for the day. Mm-hmm. If he stays in the library, how long is he at the library for?
He said he would be there until later in the day, I guess.
So if later in the day, what do we call later in the day?
7, 8.
7, 8. So let's say.
Well, let's say the library probably closed at 7.
7. Yeah, because we have to take that into account too.
Right.
So if the library closes at, let's say 7, 8, he would be in there from at most when it opens, which is usually 8 a.m. 9. So from 9 to 7, how many hours is that? 9, 10, 11, 12, 1,
10
2,
hours.
3, 4. So 10 hours. So that would roughly be, he would have to read around a book an hour.
That depends on how big the books are.
That's what I'm saying. A book
but
an
that's
hour.
why I say he's probably capping on the it had to have been some fiction in there.
Had to have been some
There's
fiction.
no way you're reading all I don't even think it's 3.
And did he always finish the book?
Especially in a Miami.
How do you deal with half books? Because did he always finish every book that day?
Probably not, right.
So are there days where he read 3 books and there are other days where he read 12?
That could be it too. It could even out. But, it's probably something like...
It just would be tough.
It's very tough. But also, too, if you're homeless and you ain't got
nothing else to do,
you're probably...
Like I said, not unbelievable, very tough, but if anybody can do it, Katt Williams is probably one of the dudes that I think could do it.
Yeah.
Only because it would be a hilarious story to tell.
So
if there's any reason to do it, just for the joke.
Yeah.
I think that's hilarious. Now, once we got to that, so you believe both of those things, without a doubt.
Yes.
With no doubt.
The 4-4. Well, the 4-4, he proved that.
Yeah.
Proved.
Yeah.
And the books thing is possible. So I believe
you have both of those in the truth column. I have both of those in the true column as well.
Okay.
So, with that in mind, now that he started off with 2 truths, do you believe everything that he said in that interview?
Yes, wholeheartedly.
But, so you believe every word he said in that interview, no questions?
You did that?
Maybe some questions, but yeah. I
believe everything. So you believe that him and Ludacris were put into a room basically and both told to shave their head and their sideburns, and they'll get $200 million in the way of $20 million for 10 movies.
At first, because we talked about this off pod.
Yeah.
At first, I agree with you. I was like, yeah, that's a little too far. Until the nigga Luda dropped a diss track.
Okay.
The nigga Ludacris ain't been in the stew.
Yep.
In 55 years.
That's true. No, don't get me wrong.
And that reaction, that little thing he said made that nigga drop a bullshit ass diss about Katt Williams. The nigga, guess what? Yeah. Who don't rap. So this is the thing, at first I was with you, but then I believed it after I seen that.
But that's the thing. Was there anything he could have did to not make you believe? So you were already if I didn't have that conversation with you, you would have just...
Yeah, because I believe that because I believed everything else.
Everything else. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying.
So that's why I believe Luda. Yeah.
So when that interview came out and Matt niggas was like, that's why Ludacris has that Fast and the Furious movie and they keep casting him back. Mm-hmm. You don't think, this is the thing. This is what I want to know about the internet, and I'm going to speak to you guys while I say this, right? This is what I want to know about the internet. Yeah, it's fine. Is it okay for people to be upset about things anymore? Are you not allowed to have a reaction? If something disrespected you in public, are you not allowed to have a public reaction?
You can, but the nigga hopping in the studio.
But I'm saying we have to take into account the kind of people we're talking about. We're talking about Ludacris, which is he's a rapper.
Yeah.
So if someone talks shit about a rapper, 9 times out of 10, they're appearing in a song.
Not Luda though.
Eminem dissed Mariah Carey.
No, well that's because he dry fucked her and she said he didn't and he was upset about it.
It's like the thing is,
which is still
like
fucking
an
weird.
actual song though.
And also too,
I think the Ludacris thing was kind of bullshit because it was just a dumbass freestyle.
And hold on, the M shit.
His phone.
The M shit. M was actively an artist at the time, and Mariah was too. She was saying like he was making shit up about her, and that's why he ended up dissing her because she dissed him first technically, and he just responded to her.
Didn't Eminem come back to make a diss track against Machine Gun Kelly?
Yeah, but M drop a song every year though, whether we like it or not. He drop a song every couple years.
But it was
anyway.
like an actual song though.
No, I get that. I'm saying like M, like he's not every day in music, but he drops music periodically. When was the last new Ludacris song you've heard? He was on the feature with Jid and Busta Rhymes.
Someone looked it up. I think he made something in like 2020, 2022. If I look it up and Ludacris made something new in 2022, then you gotta hold that.
I do remember the joint he did with Jid and Busta Rhymes or whatever. That was a feature.
That would still make him active.
Okay.
He would be Andre 3000 active, but that's still active.
I think 3 Stacks got more joints out than that.
Well, that nigga
3 Stacks has 2 features in the last decade. And one was Killer Mike, and the other one was Kanye.
He got 3. It's another joint he did. I can't remember.
3 in a decade.
Nah.
What's the update status when it's
Wait,
Yeah, keep opening your mouth and really think about what.
And then he did the. Fuck.
Andre 3000 had three features in the last
And then
decade, and the niggas really thought he was gonna drop an album.
And you know what's funny? Big Boy was like, "Oh, I'm gonna drop an album," and niggas like, "Shut the fuck up." He gonna drop a bongo album. Fuck you. We can't keep letting these outcast niggas disrespect us. We can't.
He came out with it's Buying All Black in 2022.
An album?
I think so. I'm gonna check Spotify for it. I thought it was just a single. But if he dropped an album in 2022 that niggas wasn't checking out, then I don't want to hear about why is Ludacris in the studio. He's still trying to get y'all to listen to music. That's why he's in the studio. Y'all just not listening.
What about his sideburns?
No, I kind of feel bad now.
That's what I'm saying. Because people, just because you don't remember Ludacris working, don't mean he wasn't working.
Because that nigga put time and effort into an album, and ain't no that shit went penny. That shit went double copper. Nigga, you better stick to the Fast and Furious movies.
He can't because y'all think it's the Illuminati. He can't even do that because y'all think it's an Illuminati.
It's family, nigga. No, that's crazy. He dropped the album.
Some sideburns grow back.
He had a single this 2023 called Cinderella Girl.
No, he didn't. I swear to God, he did.
Why y'all? That's what I'm saying.
That's what to God he did. Rick, no, that's fake. That's fake, Rick.
That's what I'm really saying.
No.
This is what I'm talking about. People make their own narratives so quickly. We're about to break the mics there. We just got those on low.
That's fake, bro.
Speak it to the mic. They can't even hear you.
That's fake, bro. That's fake news. Word to Trump, bro.
You know, if you spin the knob at the top and slide it, I think.
So that's fake.
Yeah, cut all that shit out.
Yeah, I'm cutting. Yeah, the first part is funny. After that, it's not funny. Okay. It's just sad. That's fake, Rick. That's a fake ass track.
He dropped
He
literally
didn't drop
he dropped
nothing,
a whole
bro.
single in 2023.
Unheard of.
Right? That's one. And then he dropped another single in 2022 with Flo Milli.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't, bro. He did not drop a song with Flo Milli. No, he didn't, bro.
That sounds believable.
That's fake,
The one
bro.
that he
So,
said for
that's
last
All
year.
right, so now that we have that established,
Nah, I don't.
No, now that we have that
That shit
established,
fake, bro.
apologize to Ludacris.
I'm not apologizing
You up
for
some
shit.
because
I'm leaning
he's
on
sinking
the-
into the background.
I'm not apologizing for shit because,
Yeah, I would.
from my opinion, that nigga hasn't dropped anything in like 5 or 6
And this
years.
is why he had to get on TikTok and drop a freestyle because niggas
And that
don't
was
realize
the
he's
worst
still
part.
making
Listen,
music.
and that was the worst thing for him.
It was the worst.
because it made niggas think, oh yeah, that shit true.
But that's the thing.
He was better off tweeting it out, Rick.
No, he would.
He was better off tweeting this
He
nigga
would.
lying.
I think
Hey,
he-
he was better off tweeting it, bro.
Ray, if he tweeted it, niggas would have flamed him worse.
No, they wouldn't, bro. No,
I
Rick,
think
no.
the video.
Him doing that freestyle
The video
was worse.
kind of confirmed on niggas' mentality.
did that
thought
shit.
process on
And
it.
he could not have.
So imagine he made a
could
tweet
not.
saying like, especially if
He
it was
can't.
especially if it was in normal Ludacris fashion. He was like, I don't know what Katt Williams was talking about. Luda always been Luda. I ain't like
Well,
niggas would have been
well, first of
like,
all, don't say Ludo.
that's literally who he is. Nick.
Both of those.
Don't say that.
Both of those.
People have forgotten who Ludacris is as a person because of the Fast and the Furious movies, because he was always the hacker technology dude in those movies. But who is Ludacris? Ludacris is literally the definition of ego.
Ain't he from St. Louis too?
Yeah, he's
I think he from St.
yeah,
Louis.
he's the definition of ego.
Would you listen to a Smino and Ludacris?
Yeah, fuck
do
it.
it? Well, that's good.
I'm gonna listen to that Flo Milli and Luda just to hear what
Flo
it sounds
Milli
like.
probably carried. I ain't gonna lie. She probably.
I think you got Luda fucked up.
Cause Luda and LL Cool J the same nigga to me, and that's
Every
why-
time you get LL fucked up. Every time you
He
say
do
something,
skate, nah, he do,
every
he
time
do.
you say something
He
about
skate.
LL, you hear something by LL, or
I'm
like
like,
when someone bringing an LL like verse onto something, you be like, oh, he was.
Cause he talk, like, you know, probably what it is with the LL shit.
Right.
When I do certain beats, I rap like him, and I feel like he's competition.
All right.
So that's why.
So this is what I'm gonna say, and I don't care how you feel about it, but from this point forward, I don't want to hear anything about this Ludacris shit about like why he dropped the verse. This nigga's been releasing music since from 2017. He took a break between 2017 and 2020. From 2020, he's released 1, 2, 3 singles in that year, and in 2021, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 singles in 2021, and then 1 single in 2022, and then 1 single in 2023.
Ray, that nigga ain't dropped nothing, bro. Rick's lying.
It's the movie roles.
He has a
No
song
way.
with Doja Cat.
The movie roles is washing all this nigga music away.
That shit gotta be garbage. All that shit
I'm not
gotta be
saying
garbage.
it's good.
Because
This is the thing.
No,
I think
we're
you're
not-
because I didn't know.
you're misinterpreting my argument.
Well, I
am
never
not
thought
saying
it was garbage. Like,
But
prior
I'm
to,
not
like,
saying Ludacris is dropping quality music. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying people is acting like that Ludacris has been sitting outside of the studio since he dropped his last project, and the last time you heard a Ludacris song for some reason, and that he's never been near a mic since, and then that this Katt Williams verse is the most magical thing that ever happened, and because he did it, he's now proved everything. When I just gave you straight facts that in the last 4 years he's dropped music.
Well, okay, Rick, you did confirm that he dropped music in the last 4 years, but you didn't confirm that people listened to it.
We don't need that. We don't need that confirmation.
Because still, when he put that clip out, because Luda, I'm assuming he signed to a label. If he's not, he's still Ludacris at the end of the day.
Okay.
He's been dropping music all this time.
Okay.
With Flo Milli, Doja Cat,
Okay.
Jid.
Okay.
The only joint I heard was the joint with Jid.
Okay.
And we haven't heard a thing about it. No
Because it's
no one.
so if I look up and see if Common been dropping music, what?
They're the same nigga. What are we talking
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying there's
The
just
only difference is Luda do movies. Common don't be in movies no more.
Who is gonna-
Common? He was in the Queen Latifah joint.
Who's gonna check for Luda music?
No, my
since
God,
Fast
bro.
and the Furious was a franchise. Who's checking
Oh
for
my
Ludacris
God.
music? I'm not even gonna look at you no more.
Nobody. How am I pissing you off?
Nobody's checking for his music.
That's what I'm saying.
He continues to drop music.
But I'm saying we don't even see it on like he's not promoting it at all. Like we don't even see it on TikTok. We don't see the blogs talking about it. Like you would see it
because
somewhere.
nobody cares. It is ludicrous. So he's basically making
Rick defended him and disrespected him.
Because I don't have. That's the thing. I'm not saying it. I'm not. My argument isn't Ludacris is the best rapper to ever exist. My argument is that him being in the studio, which is where he was at, recording for whatever reason, a freestyle diss of Katt Williams for everything he said, because for some reason it's not okay to be upset about what niggas tell you on the internet because it makes it true.
No, I wasn't.
No, it does. No, it does.
No.
It does.
I'm gonna speak for me. I don't know about everybody else. But for me, him doing that diss was what confirmed it for me. Not him being upset. If he would have tweeted it out,
no, break down the logic.
I wouldn't have thought that.
Break down the logic. Why is him doing a freestyle as a now admitted active rapper?
But when I seen it, I didn't know he was active.
So now that you have it, now that you have this knowledge that he's an active rapper, why is it that freestyle confirmed that what Katt Williams said about him is true?
How he delivered it, it seemed like you can look at a nigga sometimes, not always, but sometimes
he delivered it.
Sometimes you can look at it. Wait, for real. Answer me this real quick. Can you not sometimes look at a nigga face and know he's capping?
Yep. 100%.
Okay, and I knew just based off of that and thinking that he didn't drop, which I still think he's not dropping because nobody knows what that shit is.
Okay.
So with those two things together, I believe Katt, bro. And he didn't, as far as I understand, Katt didn't lie about nothing else.
So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Has anybody you personally know ever lied to you?
Most likely, yeah.
Have you ever caught them lying to you?
Probably, yeah.
Have you ever not caught them lying to you?
Have I ever not?
Yeah. Like you didn't know in the moment, but something happened to basically confirm the lie that they gave you at a later date.
Yeah.
So if you can't tell when a nigga you personally know is lying to you, you about to tell me that you can tell Ludacris is lying to you over the internet.
Well, let me ask you this though, Rick. Have you or have you not ever looked at a nigga that you didn't know or knew and was like, just based on how this nigga's saying this, I think he's capping?
Not anything that I can confirm.
Now Rick's capping.
No, not
because
anything
I've seen you before be like, nah, that nigga's not telling the truth.
But I'm saying, I've said that about people. What I'm saying, there's nothing. That's never happened to me, and I've been like, that nigga's lying, and then it came out that he was lying. That's never happened because that usually stuff like that we don't find out.
Until later on.
Super later on.
Well, we won't know this. Regardless, we won't know this. If it's legit Illuminati shit, we're not gonna.
I had one chance to call my shot with Jesse Smollett, and I failed. I fumbled. I didn't call it. I didn't call it.
What happened with that?
I'm saying about him lying, about getting jumped and beat up with his.
You thought he was telling the truth?
No, I didn't get a chance to call the shot because by the time I heard about it,
he was caught
already. I didn't get a chance to call my shot, but. See the situation, the MAGA hat, the noose, wild, but I'm like, I've heard wilder things, but then in the middle of Chicago, I'm like, that's a little strange, but I'm like, people get bold, and not every part of Chicago is Chicago.
That's fair, yeah.
Right?
Everything's not Chirac, for sure.
Not everything's Chirac, but his Subway sandwich survived? That's a little strange. I didn't get a chance to come up with these clues. I didn't get a chance. I didn't get a chance to really sit and dissect and see if I was Batman.
Well, it's also though on top of how, based on what he thought and me thinking he hasn't dropped nothing in years.
Yeah.
Katt, from my perspective, he could have been, but he didn't lie about anything else because shit was getting confirmed. As the video was circulating.
But
so I'm like, why? I'm just saying why 90% of the video is true, but the Luda shit ain't.
See, but
is what I'm saying.
This is my thing, right? And I have 2 points to make here. Mm-hmm. One thing is that everything that he said that got confirmed were like occurrences that happened. I'm saying nothing about the Illuminati side of it has been confirmed one way or the other because, like you said, we would never know. Yeah, if it's real, we'll never know, and if it's not real, obviously we'll never know because it's not happening, not real, right? So it's like that stuff we have no bearings on. It would be different if he said the like what he had to say about Cedric the Entertainer stealing his joke or like Steve Harvey stealing his life. If he had an instance like that with Luda, like with Ricky Smiley saying that he should have been Money Mike when he
And then Cube,
yeah.
Cube did say he did audition for Money Mike.
Yeah, but that he also said that he
And it
wasn't
didn't
supposed
work
to
out,
be.
and also 300 other niggas
Also,
auditioned for Money
yeah.
Mike.
So I'm saying
technically all of them can say
I'm
they
saying
could've
stuff
been
like
Money
that
Mike.
is true.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm saying all the dressing stuff, all the actually funny things that he said. Like those things weren't funny. It was the things he said around those things that were funny in those situations. Like him coming out and just saying that him and Ludacris was in a room together and they both were given the decision to shave their head and cut their sideburns off, and they'll get $200 million in the way of $20 million for 10 movies. That's funny. That's funny as shit. But I'm saying it wasn't like he was like, yeah, Luda did me dirty that one time. I don't know why he brought me up. He had no beef with Luda, as far as we know.
Well, I think at that point, Katt was just
But that's
talking.
what I'm saying. I'm saying people believe.
How did Luda get brought up?
He just got brought up.
Damn.
It'd be them little secret rooms they be having.
I believe that shit, bro.
The secret rooms they be offering some wild shit.
From I'm still from my perspective, Luda ain't dropped in 10 years, bro.
I've seen a couple people like other comedians like also respond within the same similar situations.
Yeah.
Of just like, hey yo, you do this, we got you.
And they do Hollywood does do that.
Hollywood does.
They do
that.
tell niggas cut your hair, do this, and you get the part. If you don't get it. Niggas do
But
that.
like, do they do that for the part in the movie? Like, are we talking about like they shave their head because the character has a shaved head? Are we saying they shave their head for no reason and then they get the part in the movie?
No, I wouldn't say for no reason.
But they asked them to do this thing for the movie.
Possibly, yeah.
Do this.
I've never heard.
Now in the Hollywood spectrum, I understand the like favor for favor thing. I understand like the like dark, shady, like underbelly of like sexual favor for role and all that shit, right? I understand that. Usually it's more geared towards women, but we've heard about stories with it happening in the men, right? Yeah. And I'm not saying that part of Hollywood doesn't exist, but I'm saying that because that part of Hollywood has always existed and has been like a thing for Hollywood people, there's been a lot of jokes and not jokes about that in Hollywood. Okay. And I'm saying this is that every joke has a little bit of truth in it. Yeah. So the truth doesn't even necessarily have to be about the situation specifically. Mm-hmm. It could just be about those occurrences happening in general.
Okay. So you think he would... So, okay, right. Boom. So if that's the case, right? Yeah. Why did Luda get so mad that he had to get in the studio?
Thank you for saying that.
And make a verse about it.
Thank you for saying that, because that leads me to point number 2.
Okay.
Point number 1 was not everything necessarily has to be true. Well, point number 1
was... It could be a joke.
Yeah, point number 1 was it could be a joke, and then that, other stuff that he said was true, but not in the same way. It was little occurrences that you could track, right? Mm-hmm. But point number 2 is people not allowed to be upset about public things said about them in public.
I don't agree with that. From my perspective, my viewpoint on that was different. Now, everybody else, I'm not going to speak for them because I'm not them. Yeah. But I wasn't thinking like that. Like, oh, he shouldn't have said that.
Well, yeah, because you had other...
He should have tweeted. I feel like a tweet would have did that.
You had other clues that you thought you had that we now then took out.
No,
now
I still look at that nigga.
Now you say because you look at him and you know he's lying. But I'm saying if you knew that he was still making music, that would have been the only bit of evidence you had. Is that
this nigga lying? Yeah, looking at him.
Yeah, but if he hadn't made music since like I'll give it like 2017. If he hadn't made music since 2017,
that's a decent.
Him dropping a diss freestyle against Katt Williams, fucking nuts. Him dropping respectively, consistently for the last 3 years, him dropping a track against Katt Williams.
I think I would have rather him not drop.
So think about like this, right?
No, they've been dropping.
Well, think about like this: if Ludacris had not dropped, right, and then that makes wholeheartedly sense. Like, why the fuck are you getting on the mic? That makes you just wasting breath, right? Yeah. But if you've been getting on the mic consistently for 3 years and no one has seemingly been listening to your music, and then now your name has been brought up in the most watched 3-hour podcast that seems like that has ever existed, and you are still actively making music, why would you not drop a verse so niggas be like, oh shit, Luda still makes music?
I guess, okay.
Because if he drops a song
Okay.
After this,
Yeah, it's gonna go.
they gonna listen.
Yeah, it's gonna go. Yeah.
So that's what I'm like. I'm
So
saying.
niggas will start listening to the shit he been. Oh. Okay.
I'm just saying, money moves.
Okay.
Money moves.
And Luda is a smart Negro. I'm not gonna lie, he ain't stupid.
He's
Okay.
not. So you see,
Okay,
you see the
okay.
attitude. All the other shit though, like
You know, two things can be true at once.
it can't 100%.
I think that nigga's still lying,
Yeah.
but you also might be right.
And-
he probably was like, how can I get niggas to listen?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with people saying that they think Luda's lying,
Yes.
but they just gotta be for real with it.
That's fair.
Like
That's
you
fair.
found out he was still making music, but you still think he's lying because
I
when you
still think
looked at him, you felt like he was lying.
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
Mhm.
But to be like he's not been making music, so why did he get in the stew and that proved that he was lying? That's just a lie.
Rick, even though you showed me the music, I still don't believe that shit because I have heard nothing. Rick, I'm saying,
It's
Ludacris.
literally the fact.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
I've heard more about Ja Rule over the last 5 years, music-wise, than Ludacris. That's crazy,
Well,
bro.
Ja Rule was in a scandal, so that's not fair.
What scandal?
The Fire Festival?
What the fuck is that? What happened?
The Fire Festival, when they were selling all those tickets to those rich people, and they were on the island, and all they got was like cheese, bread, and tomato sandwiches with the tents.
Okay, I didn't remember
and then
that.
and then the nigga who made the Fire Festival got out, and they said they were gonna make a Fire Festival too.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
And 50 Cent bought his whole front row ticket.
He's been known because of scandals. He's not been known because he's Ja Rule. Come on now, let's think about it. Let's actually do mathematics here, because you're not gonna try to tell me
No, but I'm
niggas
saying,
knew about Ja Rule.
I still
because of
shouldn't
Ja
have heard
Rule.
more about Ja Rule than I've heard about Ludacris, music-wise,
Why not?
over the last. Cause
The movie's just like washed up. All
I'm not gonna
the
say
songs.
Luda's a better rapper because they bought the same, but Luda's more popular than.
I feel like once
Ja
someone
Rule.
gets known, like Ray said, once someone gets known from one thing, it's a lot harder for people to see them for that other thing. And that's what happened with Ludacris in acting. People
Yeah,
was like,
he's an actor.
Yeah.
people was like, it's hard to see him as an actor because he's a rapper. Guess what? Umpteen number movies later,
It's
now
hard to
he's
see
an
him as a
actor.
rapper,
So
yeah.
that was hard to see him as a
Yeah, it's
rapper.
very hard.
He did it one way too far the other way. So
I got a question real quick.
yes,
Because this is my girl. Flo Millie, why do you do that song with that nigga?
a bag. Hold on.
Flo Millie shit.
A bag.
She probably went crazy on that joint though.
She probably cooking.
She probably went crazy. She probably dropped the Luda bra.
Yeah,
She probably dropped the Luda bar like, move, bitch, get out my way.
So you're
No, play that joint.
No, I'm not playing it right now. So you're saying that yes, you can be upset in public about something
Yeah.
that disrespect.
Yeah, I don't see why. You
I feel
shouldn't.
like a lot of people take those like situations way out of context. It might cut me off here, but I'm gonna still finish my thought. Like the Simone Biles stuff, because she had responses for people basically saying like, "Oh, that man doesn't love you," or like you're
Which
in a
is
toxic
crazy to
relationship,
say to her,
and
right?
she was just basically like, "Oh my God, can y'all get over it? We're married. I'm happy." Yada yada. People were like, look at her, she's defending herself because she doesn't want to look dumb on the internet. No, y'all just speaking on something that y'all really don't know. You really don't know her life. And I understand the like idea of like women gotta take lessons from women even if they're not willing to learn them themselves. I can understand that, but at the same time, y'all can be wrong. Like women's intuition has not been shooting 100%. There's been recently a joint where this girl was saying that this dude gave her HIV. On TikTok, and and they were dragging him through the mud. Like they found his social media, started harassing him.
I think he lost his job.
Yeah, all this and that, and then he had to show on the internet that no, he's clean.
Keep tight.
No, he's clean. And guess what? They don't care. So I'm like, women's tuition is ass. I'm gonna just start stealing from bitches.
Oh wow.
They ain't gonna catch me.
They ain't gonna catch him.
That is why certain niggas like Goody and the femboy nigga on TikTok. That's why them. You know the black dude with the afro. You don't know the black dude with the afro? He basically Goody, just like a little zesty.
The femboy nigga.
Oh, with the hoops.
Yeah, with the hoop area.
Yeah. I haven't seen a Goody video in a minute.
He just came back.
Oh, okay.
He was going. He stopped for some reason.
You almost took it too long of a break. We almost took your spot, but
Yeah. No, I don't know if we were that.
we're not in his.
Yeah.
We like his content.
Yeah,
we
he's
don't make
funny
the
as
same
fuck.
content.
We don't make the same content.
It's falling.
Is it?
It's on the verge. Not the mic, the backdrop.
Yeah, the back-
Oh, the backdrop phone?
It was.
Yeah,
it was
'cause
Oh, fuck.
Cause you always sitting in like against it.
Cause I'm not trying to knock the mic over
You might
again.
stand up.
But then it won't
It's gonna
hear
be
me.
fine. Move it up and then you slide up.
Stop being scared.
That's what I'm saying. You bought these.
That's it. Well, not yet, technically.
They're on a payment.
They are on
They're on
payment.
layaway. Usable layaway. There you
Yeah,
go.
usable layaway, yeah. Brady got bad business because you shouldn't let niggas have it, bro. I'm gonna pay you, I'm just saying. No, you're crazy.
I was gonna say American Freight do the same shit. I had to pay. Shit was hitting.
Rent-A-Center too. Rent-A-Center
Yeah,
be
yeah,
letting
shit
it.
was
But
hitting my-
Rent-A-Center come get their shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna say shit was hitting my credit.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. I was paying it.
Rent-A-Center is like, they real gangsters for real. Like,
Oh, no,
they'll
yeah.
run up on you
Yeah.
like, where my shit, bro?
But
I'm already here, so I got a visual outlook that is still here.
That's true. He
um,
knows where I live.
that is true.
That's true.
But yeah, that's just my thing. Is it seems like people don't allow people to be upset in public because that's like you're confirming it. You could have just let it go. When if your name is being dragged through the mud on the internet, you're gonna open your mouth.
And then it's twofold too, because if you don't say nothing, niggas be like, oh, it must be
Yeah,
true.
true.
And if you
You
do
damned
say
if you
something,
do, damned if you don't.
But that's just the internet.
And that's what I'm
That's
saying.
the
But
internet.
that's what I'm saying is, are you allowed to be?
I would have been fine with a tweet from Luda.
I
If he
feel
would have
like
said this nigga's cap.
boys would have been like, Luda ain't tweeting about such and such. I know that shit real. It's the same either way, no
I
matter
would
what he
have been
did.
fine with the speculation, but with the whole freestyle that dropped, it was just like
It just made it. It just made
But
it. sound true.
it just kind of made it. To me, it made the situation.
He would have
a
been
little
better to
bit
go
worse.
on Club Shay Shay and say that nigga was
I'm
cap.
like, it'd be cool if you just shut the fuck up.
Nah, because if he don't say nothing, then niggas will be like, oh, he didn't say nothing.
That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm
Niggas
getting.
still on that after hearing the freestyle.
Yeah.
What?
It's like either way, you
Yeah, they
gonna
gonna
get
get
that
it.
answer.
Yeah.
But me, I was just like, you just kept that little whack jack to yourself.
Yeah, maybe that. And he did prove something.
Yeah.
Why niggas haven't been listening to him. He did prove something for guarantee with that freestyle.
Okay, so
And it's why niggas don't listen to
Ain't no
him.
more moves.
so on. So pretty much, I feel like that kind of sums up the Katt Williams.
So you agree though? So besides the Luda shit and maybe the books thing, you think Katt was basically telling the truth? For
I think he was telling about 75% of the truth.
He added more to the Diddy shit. Don't go shopping with Diddy.
That's just a universal
Yeah,
truth.
Add
Everybody
more to
know.
it.
You know, Diddy has asked multiple niggas to go shopping.
Even 50.
50, like but multiple niggas have came out and said he's asked them to go shopping.
I don't.
Or can he take them shopping? When we get up, first of all, when I was a kid,
Yeah.
I thought Diddy was somebody I looked up to. I was like the way he did shit, like he a boss for real, right? And now that I'm older, I don't even want to meet Diddy. Like I don't want to see
Ever
this nigga.
ever since I was
I don't,
growing
bro.
up,
was
he
never
just
rocking into
had
that
he
shit.
had the eyes of someone I wouldn't trust.
I did think it was a little odd that Big, all the niggas around him was gone
Yeah.
or struggling,
Yeah,
and he was just chilling, doing fine.
100%.
The only nigga that's doing okay now is Mace, and Mace had to find God and then come back to the
Mace
hood.
found God.
Yeah, he was a preacher.
How did he end up on?
Cause this bullshit. That's why.
How did he end up on?
Cause he
that?
probably was like, he said, man, I like smoking weed and bitches.
Yeah, I
Why
was
am
say,
I
how
doing
did he
it?
end up on that podcast? Then if he
Yeah,
found
he was a
God?
preacher, and then that's why he stopped rapping initially.
Okay.
And then he liked bitches and weed. So why would he be a
You
preacher?
think he ever just be thinking about like the sermons he was giving in his head as he sit on that show and say, "Wow"?
Oh yeah, right.
You think that shit ever like
How many times you think he said pause during the sermon?
0?
And God grabbed me, pause.
Come on.
Shut up,
It
Mason.
hadn't have been done.
Yeah, but I don't want to meet Diddy no more, and that's unfortunate for a kid me.
I never wanted to meet Diddy.
When I was a kid, I thought Diddy was him, bro.
Really?
I never.
I really did, because I was like, he just a regular New York nigga, and he turned into like the boss of
Once I
bosses.
grew up not trusting Wizard Kelly, I was like, I never want to meet Diddy.
That's crazy.
They're the same nigga
That's
basically.
just-
Wizard Kelly and Diddy are the same nigga, and the whole time during Proud Family, anytime Wizard Kelly appeared on the screen, I was like, get this nigga the fuck out. I just wanted to be like, someone slide that tall nigga, because he just pisses me off. He always stealing. He always conniving. He always looking.
And you can't see his face.
Yeah, literally the only time Wizard Kelly appeared was if he could make money or if you owed him money.
Yep.
And I was like, I don't like Wizard Kelly around. And then he would always like have weird shit in his contract.
He did.
I didn't like Wizard Kelly. And then
he just paid nigga like his nigga like from not Death Row from Bad Boy. He just paid them after like 30 years.
It is what it is, right? But yeah,
shopping sprees is different.
But speaking of
that shit didn't count.
He said, "Then I take you shopping, nigga. Why you always complaining?"
Hilarious. Speaking of other crazy things, did you hear about the tunnels in New York?
I did not know.
Say the word.
Talk to me.
Say the word.
Say it again. One more time.
What are you gonna say?
Yeah.
The what tunnels?
Press the X button.
Yeah, so basically,
I'm sorry, Ray. Now my interest rate just went up. Now it's 65. Goddamn it.
But basically in New York, there were tunnels that they found leading to a synagogue that people were actively using, and by people I mean majority Orthodox Jewish people.
Okay.
And Recently, like in the last week.
That nigga got caught. I'm out the gut.
Yeah, he got it. So basically, from what they found is that people were hearing noises.
Niggas scurrying.
So people were hearing noises in their apartment underground.
Hey, stop.
That's very dangerous. People were hearing noises. No, 100%. People were hearing noises underground, but they didn't have a basement.
I would shit on myself.
There is a tweet. There's a tweet from November 7th, I want to say, in 2023, where a dude was saying, "I swear I hear Yiddish under my apartment, and I don't have a basement." He made another post saying, I really hear people talking under my apartment."
Thought he was schizophrenic.
And then he's seen this news joint. And then he retagged himself in his tweet, or retweeted his tweet, and he said, "See, I'm not crazy. Everybody who said I'm crazy," basically he just went off, because that's the most there's levels to like proving you're right, and that's at least like top 2 level of I told you so.
And that nigga, I live in a building, but if I lived in a house with no basement, and I'm hearing scurrying and niggas speaking a different language, I'm moving, bro. 100%. I'm not about to stay here.
So they were making tunnels. There's a lot of different, obviously, conspiracies. Some of them very disrespectful to the Jewish people. Other ones are funny. The most realistic situation. No one's really detailed why, for real. But the most realistic explanation I seen was that was their way to circumvent COVID, like curfews and restrictions, and go to synagogue. Do I believe that? It's about the most believable out of them. The only weird thing is that they did find dirty mattresses down there.
I knew them niggas was living down
I was gonna say something crazy, but I'm gonna change.
That is very crazy. There were dirty mattresses, dirty with I don't know what, but dirty mattresses, and like baby carriages and toys and shit down there. So I don't know. There is this very disrespectful, like, old wives' tale / whatever they say about the Jewish community and like kids and human trafficking, and people were like using this as like, see, they're human trafficking. Obviously, we don't necessarily know what was going on there. I want to hope it wasn't that. I'm gonna say it wasn't because that's just wrong. I don't know what it was, but I'm gonna just hope it really wasn't that. And I will say the craziest part of that is that you can watch a video right now of the Orthodox Jewish men, a group, just a small group of them, like the whole hat, hair, black suit wear. You can see a whole joint of them ripping down floorboards and basically trying to fight the NYPD as they come in and try to fill that shit with cement. And it is one of the funniest videos I've ever seen. And guess what? Not one gun was shot. Well, I seen two things, right? As black people, we would have been put in the dirt.
Oh yeah, we'd be dead. If black people were congregating underground,
Yeah.
bro, we're getting bombed.
Well, that's another thing, right?
They're gonna kill us all.
This is the craziest part, right? They were like, if New York found tunnels leading to a mosque,
not even a mosque. To a local basketball court.
No. If they would clear that out with a SWAT team.
Yeah.
If they found a tunnel leading to a mosque with practicing Muslims going to and from, and you're hearing Arabic under your floorboards, they would have threw fire bombs down those tunnels. That would have been
a massacre.
The craziest moment in American history, and it would have happened like that. We would have found out that they were doing it to avoid COVID restrictions, and they definitely would have spun it to seem like they stopped one of the greatest potential terror plots that happened in the United States since 9/11, and it never would have been cleared up until about 30 years from now, if that had happened. And I can't help but just look at how hypocritical this whole thing is, because in Gaza, one of the reasons why they're bombing Gaza in general is because they said there's underground tunnels holding Hamas members that they want to clear out. And I think it's just crazy that Jewish people in America are making tunnels under cities or making tunnels under this city, and it's kind of like mirroring what they call their like enemies over there, and it's like, I'm moving real crazy. But I did see that. I thought it was crazy. I didn't know you didn't see it, so there's not really much back and forth we can have here.
I was just gonna say, like, just besides, like, obviously Muslim people would get
destroyed,
decimated. But even to a lesser extent, if it was just regular African Americans congregating underground, Rick, gas, fire, brimstone, everything. They throwing everything down there, bro.
I feel like the Muslims would get it worse. Muslim people, and this is YouTube. Don't strike us. This isn't like a.
Oh, fine. Yeah, you probably shouldn't have said
you
that.
can bleep Muslims.
Stuff.
There we go.
There we go. Stuff.
I feel like
stuff would get stuff more than African American
there we go.
Stuff. Yeah.
They would get it worse, and by they, arbitrary group of people.
Gotcha. Yeah. That's fair. Because they would, like you said, they would try to flip it into what they were trying to flip
100%.
it. With the black people, African American people, they would just be like, well, we can't have niggas congregate. And then everybody like, well, I guess they're right.
They would arrest us and maybe shoot like
arrest.
That's what I'm saying. They would shoot a handful of us and be like they were trying to run, and then they would ban all tunnels.
Well, I guess tunnels should be banned right now, technically.
Right. And then they get a felony charge somehow. Versus all of them got like disturbing the peace or something. After they tried to fist fight the cops. You could literally watch.
They was beefing?
Watch them ball their fist up, a small group of them ball their fist up and start swinging and jumping at the officers over pews and shit. It's crazy. It's nuts.
Damn.
But that's New York.
That's America. What else you got, Rick?
We got a couple stuff. If you wanna,
I do have a question for you. This could be quick. You know who Jinx is, right? From DC Comics.
Yes.
Betterly known from the Teen Titans, right?
Yes.
The show. Is Jinx a bop?
In the Teen Titans or just
in general?
I don't know.
In her storyline.
I don't know too much of her comic wise. I can only know her from Teen Titans. And from Teen Titans, she had bop characteristics. She was a tad boppy. Because she was definitely feeling my man Cyborg. She was feeling my man Cyborg when he was Stone Man.
She said, right? He said she had bop tendencies.
She had bop tendencies. She was feeling my man Stone Man.
Yeah.
I forgot what his name was, but it had Stone in the name. It was like Alex Stone or some BS. But she was feeling Stone Man. And then once she found out it was Cyborg, she was like, I don't like machines. Better than her not liking black people, but you know.
That's what she meant to say.
No, because remember
to
Stone, he was black. He was fully black.
Yeah, okay.
So she had no problem with the brothers. She just had a problem
She was down with the
with machines.
What is Jinx? She a white girl.
She's something. Pale.
She's something.
Yeah.
Then she was with Kid Flash.
She first tricked Kid Flash, and then Kid Flash was persistent enough to be like, I'm him.
Yeah.
And then she couldn't refute it because he's Kid Flash. He is him.
Timothy Turner.
And that's the last. I thought she was with Kid Flash as of last I seen.
She was with I don't know about Teen Titans, but I think in the comics, on top of fraternizing with Cyborg, Kid Flash, I think she also was fucking with Jericho for a period of time.
Oh, Slade's son. Who can swap bodies?
Yeah.
Worst ability in the world. Useless man.
And why do Slade? Well, the girl though got powers.
No, she does. She has Slade's powers.
What power Slade got? I thought he was just a weird nigga that like kids.
No, that's
he just R. Kelly with that no jujitsu.
That's Teen Titans.
Slade just Robert. That nigga just Jeffrey Epstein that could beef. That's all it is. He's just a strong nigga that like kids. Come on, Rick. Why was he that obsessed with Robin? That nigga 12 years old. Why you obsessed with that nigga like that, bro? That's crazy.
So I don't think they didn't know Slade. They knew Slade before Teen Titans. Like he wasn't like introduced in Teen Titans. Like
I don't think.
And for the show, they so if Slade
Robin was the first time they was like that's Slade.
Yeah, so Slade in that universe existed. That means Batman. Robin's there, so that means Batman existed. Mm-hmm. Slade is Deathstroke. Deathstroke got murder beef with Batman. Batman treats him like a B-tier villain. I would also whoop his kid if that's all I got.
Nah, but it's not just that. He was obsessed with Robin.
Because
wait. He was obsessed with Robin and the Teen Titans as a whole by proxy, and he was fucking Terra.
Well, that was only in the comics and the animated movie.
It's because they couldn't put it in the actual show.
So they did.
But it's canon that he fucks Terra.
No, it's canon that she wanted to mess with him, and he wasn't telling her no. He was encouraging it.
That's crazy.
No, he was encouraging it.
No, Rick,
but
I'm not gonna say no.
Stop.
No, I'm telling you.
But if you're trying to fuck.
I'm telling you what they did in the comic. He was a master manipulator because he was trained by the League of Shadows. He was basically leading her on to get her to follow his every whim. As far as they've ever said in the comics and in the animated movie, they never actually didn't. I want to say if they did, obviously Slade.
No, because remember she had like a robe on or some shit, and that nigga was like, "Put some clothes on. We have work to do." You remember that? You remember that? The bitch came out with a robe. She tried to kiss on him or something, and I'm about to throw up.
That nigga's a pimp.
No, Ray, you shut the fuck up, Ray. You shut the fuck up. Do not give this nigga credit.
You do have an iPad.
This is a kid.
You do have an iPad.
He got the iPad.
What happened?
You get an iPad.
That don't make him a pimp because he got an iPad.
You ever seen a pimp without an iPad?
Yeah, I've seen a pimp.
You seen a pimp
without the cane, though.
Have you ever seen a pimp? Have you ever seen a dude with an iPad who wasn't a pimp?
They probably were at some point.
Okay.
Because only a pimp, a bitch will try to take your eye out.
Yeah. Claw him out with their nails. That's why he be like, bitches, you gotta get the coffin nails now. No sharp ends.
No sharp ends, bitch. You should never did that.
Hey, I know nail style.
That's a manipulator, man.
Now you gotta give me 75% of your earnings.
75
instead of 50.
90.
See? That's what I'm talking about.
I'm telling y'all niggas lucky Rick's a good fucking guy.
That's what I'm talking about.
Because if Rick was a bad nigga, the world would be in a bad place.
It would be in the same exact spot.
Nah, bro.
I wouldn't be able to do anything with my bad intentions.
Nah, I don't know. Because Rick, you not like these other dumbass niggas, bro. You actually smart. So it's like, if Rick was a terrible nigga,
I wouldn't be able to do anything with my bad intentions. But Now that you said that, yeah, he is nasty. But Deathstroke does have abilities. He has superhuman healing and basically superhuman strength and agility due to the drug. It's the only thing Arrow ever got comic book correct, which is the Murokuro drug.
Oh, yeah.
That's what he has.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Okay. And he also likes children.
His daughter has the same genetic mutation from that drug.
Mm-hmm.
She has the same power set he does.
So why do Jericho have that dumbass power?
Because he drew the terrible end of the stick. Right?
Who his mom?
Some random military woman that he was messing with.
That's lazy writing.
Yeah.
At least, yeah, fuck it. It doesn't matter.
And guess what? He could talk until someone slit his throat. So
somebody did.
Yeah, it wasn't even like it was like the offshoot of his powers was that he could only talk through other people. It was just no, that nigga could talk, and then someone just said trying to kill him.
And why?
Yeah, that made no sense.
Just fuck it. All right, where are we at, Ray?
An hour 17.
Fuck, you want to do one more? Or you want
Yes, there is one more I want to talk
One
about.
more.
So.
Yeah, one more.
Yeah, we're
Not
about to
here.
be done. So
I like this new setup. I had a lot of difficulties, but I like it.
Hilarious. So Steve, did you hear about a discovery behind a jail in Mississippi?
No.
They discovered
Oh god.
215 buried bodies behind a jail in Mississippi. And you might be thinking, are these inmates that they just buried back there that they didn't want to tell anybody about what happened to them?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Until a mother got on the news and said that she's been looking for her son for months now. He was supposed to be coming home, riding his bike. I think he was an older dude. I think he was like maybe 18-ish, 20-ish.
Okay.
And she's been looking for him. She's been like, putting out all the things that she can to get some information on him. And his body, I forgot how they found this body, but his body was found in those 215.
Mm-hmm.
And his body was found with his ID and wallet in his pocket. And he was hit by a cop car. And they buried him back there. And
let me guess. Black kid.
Of course. And there's currently a internal police investigation.
Oh well.
And if she wants,
fuck it.
and if she wants to get the body,
Hey Ray, they're not investigating the goddamn thing.
And
Here's your clean up.
Yeah, they're not doing
and if they
shit.
want to investigate independently on what happened to the boy's body, well, to the boy to kill him by a third party medical examiner, the mother has to pay to get the body exhumed. So basically, she has to pay to get the body back from the police department that then there is responsible for that body being back there. And the prisoners at this point have basically stated that they had been tasked to dig graves for every 215 one of those bodies, and there is really no knowing of why each one of those have ended up back there, and in what different occurrence. Basically, a cop has something that's happened, and they just needed somewhere to bury a body, and they said, let's just do it behind this jail that no one cares about.
I had a conversation with somebody.
Uh-huh.
They have some content coming out that's not flattering to police,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, I was talking to some police officers, and they were just like, they were kind of upset, like they just feel like there are good cops and stuff like that. And I told the person that it's hard to have sympathy for police officers. And I was just thinking about the stuff that I knew about. And then I add that in there.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if you guys. I don't give a yes. There may be good police officers. There's good of a lot of different things.
Yes.
But fuck y'all niggas, bro. Literally, fuck y'all.
So this is it right
For
here.
real.
So the discovery of 215 bodies buried in unmarked graves behind a jail outside of Jackson, Mississippi, has left a community in disbelief. The families are angry that they were never notified of the deaths and how their loved ones are buried in graves marked by just metal rods and a number. Yeah, so
That's dirty.
let's see.
And shit, even if it was just the inmates, that's bad. But like, Just civilians?
Yeah.
Just fucking civilians that you just killed and you didn't want to get in trouble for?
Yeah. Hold on. I want to find the name of the...
This is so fucked.
I want to find the name of the boy.
That's crazy, bro.
Oh, damn.
Now we gotta talk about something else because that's just...
No, we're going to end it on that.
We're gonna end it on that.
That was kind of gross.
We're going to end it on that.
I was going to say, what a 180.
That's wow. From Jinx being a bop to that, it's crazy.
No,
God damn.
that's my slight little left turn over here.
I'm legitimately sad. That's fucked, bro. Like Jim Bob, I killed another one, man. So take him to the jail. Make
He's like, man, I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do, brother. He like, I got just a spot for you, Jim. I got just a spot for you.
This is bad. Because I was trying to scramble to find something else to tell.
Nah, I'm done, man. Rick got it.
So
I'm done.
yeah, so this is a full story. A Mississippi man was who died after being struck by a police SUV was buried in a pauper cemetery, so basically like a poor man's cemetery, months before his family was even told of his death, despite having his state ID, health insurance card in his pocket. His name was Dexter Wade. He was 37.
That's a fire name.
Yeah,
He was 37?
37. He was
Damn.
older, yeah. Died after he was hit by an off-duty Jackson Police Department officer while crossing the interstate. So it wasn't even a police car; it was a police officer's off-duty car.
He said, "Damn."
It was like hitting a deer, basically. For
Yeah.
him. It leads me to believe what other bodies are to be accounted for there.
Oh, it's all those bodies there are probably shit that police officers did that they were in the area that was just trying to get rid of a body, basically.
Officer while crossing the Interstate 55 in Jacksonville on March 5th.
Especially if you
23?
Especially if you stack up like that 200 number. That's
crazy. Yeah, that's just different cops or the same nigga, which would be fucking crazy if it's the same one.
the same nigga acting crazy.
So
yeah, he needs to be in prison.
Yeah, his family filed a missing persons report just days after they last saw him on March 5th and say it took officials until August to notify them of his death.
And that makes you think, like, out of all those like kids and different people that go missing, how many of those situations are related to shit like that?
Yeah.
Where a cop did something to them, they didn't want to get in trouble for it, so they was like, oh, let me just put this motherfucker somewhere. I say that to say I have zero sympathy for cops. Yes, there are some good cops, most likely, maybe, but I don't give a fuck. Because y'all representatives are terrible and y'all don't do nothing about it.
100%.
Because I'm pretty sure a lot of police officers know about that before this even came out.
Yeah, it says an alarming situation was unfolded in Jackson, Mississippi, where 250 bodies were discovered buried in unmarked graves behind a state jail. Family of deceased were left in the dark until last month. Some grave sites were
Keep talking.
were only identified by a number and metal route, like I said before. The families of deceased attorney are calling for a thorough investigation into the circumstances surrounding these unmarked graves. The revelation began with Dexter Wade's death in March 2023, in which a police officer fatally hit him. Shockingly, his family was not notified of his death, and he was buried without their knowledge.
That's disgusting.
Wade's case took a disturbing turn when it was revealed that he had identification on him, like we read before, and this identification was given to the lead detective by the medical examiner. However, the detective claimed that to have called without receiving an answer, that sentence got weird, was revealed to have identification on him. This identification was given to the lead detective by the medical examiner. However, the detective claimed that to have called without receiving an answer and took no for... Oh, so he said he called them once and went to voicemail.
Yeah,
he was like,
oh, I guess they don't care about their son.
Yeah.
Guess they don't care about their son.
They banged on me. Chief, they banged on me. What, you wanted me to double call? What am I, a hoe?
I don't double call my bitch. Fuck you talking? Fuck you talking about, gang?
That's crazy.
I don't double call my bitch.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the wrong camera. That one's on. My God.
receiving an
Let me say it
answer.
again. I don't double call my
Reed
bitch.
says the situation in Mississippi is deeply troubling, with 6 additional bodies now discovered in unmarked graves. So this was even before they found out about 215. At that point, they only thought there was,
It was just
6 additional.
They said, "Damn, 6 is a lot." And they said, "Hey, Jim Bob, it's a whole nother row of niggas
Like-
over here."
It's like they started doing calculation. It was like, wait, if this was 6 stacked, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
Niggas.
times 6.
That's 250 niggas.
215.
This a graveyard. This a fucking yard. Oh my god, bro.
And yeah, racism doesn't exist. Police are only have your best interests at heart.
And we're gonna ramp up the race talk because you guys don't like it. So we're gonna talk about it every episode now. We're gonna make sure we discuss
Race is a
something
construct. The police are only here to help you.
Yes, it's a social construct.
Police will
And
never
I'm
do
looking at the
anything
wrong
illegal.
camera again, but that's just to make it more impactful that I'm not even looking at you niggas.
Just follow and comply. Everything will work out for you.
I don't think dude didn't comply. He just got smacked by a fucking car. And the cop was like,
Oh, shit.
and his man called his mans. His man's like, chill, jump up.
You got a spot?
I got a spot for you, bro. Go here. I'm gonna meet you. And we're gonna have the inmates take care of it.
Bring $50. That's enough for
Yeah,
about
bring
like,
50, yeah.
it's about 30 McChickens. We're gonna get this done. Lickety split.
Yeah, matter of fact, stop at Burger King on the way. These niggas ain't had burgers in years. Just stop at Burger King. He says, shit, $50 and a couple burgers? I'm good. I'm up, bro. Well, this has been another episode of R&B Podcast. Let us know what you guys think of our new setup. Shout out to producer Ray for hooking us up.
Yes, sir.
I will pay him.
No, you won't.
I will pay him. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you ding that notification bell so you know every time we drop a video. And most of all, Rick, what is it, man?
We love you guys. And don't forget to talk to your local police department about unmarked bodies and graves.
Yeah, if you see something, say something, but not to the police.
Call your local news station.
Yeah, call your local news station just to get something going. Because if you call the police station, they might be the ones who did it. Peace out.
Thank you for letting us know. Thank you for letting us know.
Bury this nigga too.
216. I like even numbers.
Fuck, bro, that's terrible.
It's fucking nuts.
Oh, man.
R&P moves, R&P groove, ayy. Yeah, I've been in the R&P mood, ayy.